Hi, my dear children. How are you all? All are fine. After a long Christmas vacation, you are back to the academic things again. So, hope you are waiting for the classes. Anyway, so there is a surprise for you. Do you know what it is? So, now on, you'll be getting two chapters. Okay, GK. Now we have to complete 27 chapters more. So, each day you will get two chapters, so you have to study the day itself, not for the next day. Okay, so I know that it will be easy for my 8th children to study well. Okay, so let's move to that. Anyway, today we are going to be with the chapters signs and symbols and also who invented what. So anyway, as usual, we have to move with the previous knowledge. Let me check out what you have learnt. So I'll say the symbol and the time period, and you have to say which zodiac sign it is. Okay. So the first one, this symbol is Archer and it is from 22nd November to 21st December. Got the answer? Yes, it's Sagittarius. Next one is symbol is Virgin and it is from 23rd August to 22nd September. Yes, it's Virgo. Next one, its symbol is twins and it is from 21st May to 20th June. Yes, it's Gemini. Next one, its symbol is fish and it is from 19th February to 20th March. Yes, Pisces. Right answer. Next one, its symbol is water bearer and it is from 20th January to 18th February. Of course, it's Aquarius. Next one, its symbol is Scorpion and it is from 23rd October to 21st November. Correct? Yes, Scorpio. Next one, symbol is Lion and it is from 23rd July to 22nd August. Yes, Leo. And the next one, its symbol is Bull and it is from 20th April to 20th May. Of course, right answer, Taurus. Next one, its symbol is God and it is from 22nd December to 19th January. Zodiac sign is Capricorn. Very correct. Next one, its symbol is Balance and it is from 23rd September to 22nd October. It is my zodiac sign too. What's it? Yes, of course, it's Libra. Next one, its symbol is Crab and it is from 21st June to 22nd July. Of course, Cancer. Next one, its symbol is Ram and it is from 21st March to 19th April. Aries. Very correct. So, shall we move to the today's topic, signs and symbols? Okay. So, I will tell you in detail about all the flag and you have to think of all these. Okay. So, the first one, it is given as the white flag is used universally for truce and ceasefire. Truce means an argument to stop fighting, and ceasefire means it's a temporary stoppage of a war in which each side agrees with the other to suspend aggressive actions. Okay, so what is the white flag is used for? Truce and ceasefire. Now the next one is of the black flag. The black flag is used to show protest and sorrow. So the black flag was flown by certain irregular Confederate army units in the American Civil War of 1861 to 1865 to symbolize that they would neither give nor accept quarter, symbolizing the opposite of the white flag of surrender. Now the third one, red flag. The red flag symbolizes mutiny or revolution. In politics, a red flag is predominantly a symbol of socialism, communism, Marxism, trade unions, left-wing politics, and historically of anarchism. Anarchism means the political belief that there should be little or no formal or official organization to society, but that people should work freely together. Now, the fourth one is of the yellow flag. The yellow flag is a sign of infectious diseases. So historically, yellow flag displayed on ships to indicate the presence of disease or quarantine, also used in some cities to mark a recent death in a neighborhood, regardless of course. Got it? Okay, now the fifth one. A flag flown at half mast is the symbol of mourning. So, a flag at half mast has been brought down to a point halfway down the pole as an expression of sadness at someone's death. So, the flags at Buckingham Palace were all flying at half mast. Mourning means the expression of sorrow for someone's death. Have you got it clear from the picture? Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Sixth one. The inverted national ensign is a symbol of distress. Displaying a US flag upside down is a symbol of or a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property. That's what about the inverted national ensign is a symbol of distress. Now the seventh one. The red rose flower symbolizes beauty and perfection. So, red roses flower symbolizes beauty and perfection and are the perfect Valentine's Day rose. Pink roses symbolize gratitude, grace, admiration, and joy. Now, orange roses symbolize enthusiasm and passion. White roses symbolize innocence and purity. So, there are more colors. So, we have to know only up to this. Orchid flowers. Orchid flowers symbolize hope, love, and beauty. One of the most beautiful flowering plants, orchids are not just design elements. According to Feng Shui, orchids have the unique ability to bring good luck and fortune in love. Orchids are graceful flowering plants. Orchids not only absorb carbon dioxide but they release oxygen at night, which make them ideal for bedrooms. Got it, my dear kids? So, orchid flowers symbolize hope, love, and beauty. Next is the Indian lotus flower. The Indian lotus flower is a symbol of culture and prosperity. Okay, so the lotus unfolding petals suggest the expansion of the soul, the growth of its pure beauty from the mud of its origin holds a benign spiritual promise. In Hindu iconography, other deities like Ganga and Ganesha are often depicted with lotus flowers as their seeds. Okay, now the 10th one, folded red ribbon. So, folded red ribbon symbolizes AIDS awareness. So, these folded red ribbon symbolizes AIDS awareness worn by people throughout the year in support of people living with HIV and in remembrance of those who have died. So, orange ribbon means raise awareness of malnutrition and its consequences, like yellow, pink, gold ribbon, etc. are there. Okay. Now, with the next one, dove. Dove is a symbol of peace. Yes, the dove has been a symbol of peace and innocence for thousands of years in many different cultures. Pigeons and doves are similar birds, although doves a bit smaller than pigeons. Both these birds have similar symbolism and are considered an omen of good luck. Primarily, seeing a pair of pigeons or doves symbolizes luck in love. And the last one is blind lady with scale is a symbol of justice. So, Lady Justice, a blindfolded woman carrying a sword and a set of scales, is a common symbol on courthouses in America and inside some courtrooms. So, my dear children, you are ready to learn one more chapter, that is chapter 26. Who invented what? Very simple, just to know about the inventions of certain scientists. Okay. So in 1709, Bartolomeo Cristofori of Italy invented piano. Clear? Okay. Then in 1785, Edmund Cartwright of Britain invented power loom. Then in 1825, William Sturgeon of Britain invented electromagnet. Actually, his first electromagnet was a horseshoe-shaped piece of iron that was wrapped with about 18 turns base copper wire. Okay. So in 1825, William Sturgeon of Britain invented electromagnet. In 1831, Michael Faraday, all are familiar with this one. Michael Faraday of Britain invented electric motor. Then in 1852, Elisha G. Otis or Elisha Graves Otis of USA invented elevator. Clear, my children? So Elisha Graves Otis designed the first elevator that could lift and lower people and cargo safely. Then in 1866, Georges Leclanché of France invented dry cell. Okay, that Georges Leclanché, French engineer, who in about 1866 invented the battery that bears his name. So in slightly modified form, the Leclanché battery, now called as the dry cell, is produced in great quantities and is widely used in devices like flashlights and portable radios. Clear, my children? Okay, we'll move to the next one. In 1877, Emily Berliner of USA invented microphone. Okay. In 1891, Otto Lilienthal of Germany invented glider. Full name of Otto Lilienthal is Carl William Otto Lilienthal, was a German pioneer of aviation who became known as the Flying Man. He was the first person to make well-documented, repeated successful flights with gliders. Okay. Now the next one is in 1955, Narendra Singh Kapani of India invented optical fiber. Who invented? Narendra Singh Kapani of India invented optical fiber. Narendra Singh Kapani was an Indian American physicist, best known for his work on fiber optics. He is credited with coining of the term fiber optics and is also considered as the father of fiber optics. Then in 1945, Percy L. Spencer of USA invented microwave. Okay, in 1945, Percy L. Spencer of USA invented microwave. Then in 1955, Eugene J. Pauly of USA invented wireless TV remote control. What this invention? Wireless TV remote control. Eugene J. Pauly of USA. Okay, so a wireless remote control, the Flashmatic, was developed in 1955 by Eugene J. Pauly. Clear now? Then in 1956, Christopher Cockerell of Britain invented hovercraft. Yes, I think this you are familiar with. In 1956, Christopher Cockerell of Britain invented hovercraft. A hovercraft, also known as an air cushion vehicle or ACV, is an amphibious craft. Okay, so that's what about the hovercraft. Now the next one is in 1962, Nick Holonyak of USA invented light emitting diode, that is LED. Okay, Nick Holonyak in 1962 invented the first LED that could produce sorry for the delay, that could produce visible red light. Okay. Now the next one is in 1991, David Martin and Nancy Knowlton of Canada invented smartboard. So who are they? David Martin and Nancy Knowlton of Canada invented smartboard. So the invention of the smartboard in 1991 was invented by David Martin and Nancy Knowlton through their company Smart Technologies. Okay. So this is about the smartboard. Clear now, children? So these two are the chapters for today's class. Hope you have understood everything very clearly and learn it today itself. Okay. That's all, children. Thank you and have a nice day.